Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. It's your latest transfer news this Monday. What a week ahead. Watch alongs tomorrow. Belgium versus France. England, Croatia Wednesday. And maybe, just maybe, we'll finish the week with an England World Cup final. Who knows? Who knows? But talking about transfer news, it is starting to kick in now. More and more teams are coming home from the World Cup. More and more players and teams are starting their pre-season. Liverpool had a pre-season friendly on Saturday afternoon. So let's start off with Ronaldo. He's on holiday in Greece at the moment. Juventus haven't got that deal done. I know a couple of Juventus fans and they are getting very nervous. I think they were very excited at the end of last week when they heard that this was going to happen. They're now getting a little bit cagey because people like Modric have come out after the Croatia game at the weekend and said he's confident Ronaldo will stay. Are they going to be what Manchester United have had in the past, where they think they're going to get Ronaldo to their club away from Real Madrid and effectively he ends up signing a massive new deal? My theory is that the Juventus deal does look very, very likely, but, and there is a big but here, Real Madrid, how do you replace Ronaldo? They've won 3 Champions Leagues. They've lost Zidane, who was a massive influence there. They've replaced him with a coach who, realistically, at club level, is very inexperienced. You're then going to get rid of a man that when you've got him in your team, he basically makes you the best team in the world. He's a leader, as well as scoring crucial goals. How do you replace Ronaldo? And why do you let Ronaldo go for £88 million when he's the best player in the world? So there's a lot of question marks about Ronaldo. I still think he probably will go to Juventus, but it would not surprise me if he stays at Real Madrid. However, if he does leave there, then maybe we thought it was going to be Gareth Bale leaving Real Madrid and that would cause the domino effect in the transfer market. It looks like it might be Ronaldo. And there's 2 dominoes effects. I mean, there's so many tracks of these domino effects here. So if Ronaldo goes to Juventus then need to sell players. Maybe Sandro goes to Manchester United. Maybe Pjanic goes to Barcelona. If Ronaldo goes to Juventus, how do Real Madrid replace Ronaldo? Because they have to do that. The latest is Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard from Chelsea wants to leave there. I think he'd quite fancy Real Madrid. I've watched the Premier League for a long time, as I'm sure many of you have, and 300's on about Mbappe and Neymar. I've watched the Premier League for a long time, and Eden Hazard, to be honest with you, has been either absolutely brilliant or absolutely terrible. He seems to have a great season, then a mediocre season, and last season was a bit mediocre for him. The year before that, he won the title and was great. The year before that, he was mediocre. The year before that, he was probably Player of the Year and won the title. So is that what Real Madrid want? And also, is Hazard... No, he's not. He's not going to do what Cristiano Ronaldo does. Totally different players, totally different sizes, but he's still not a player that's going to come in and be the best player in the world. Mbappe and Neymar have been mentioned. I think Mbappe would be a good signing for Real Madrid, but is he too young to take on that responsibility? Neymar comes with his own baggage, but he's probably if you're not getting Messi, Neymar probably is the next best thing after Ronaldo. So I think Neymar makes a lot of sense. Then, as well, let's read where this came from as well, because it's a really interesting story from Mundo Deportivo. And it's Paris Saint-Germain want to sign Barcelona midfielder Philippe Coutinho for £239 million to help fellow Brazilian Neymar at the club. PSG clearly not taking any notice or that rumbled by the financial fair play rules that they've got if they're thinking of spending £240 million on Philippe Coutinho, who only went to Barcelona in January. I don't see anything in that deal at all, but interesting that it's being reported. Also, sticking with PSG, Neymar wants striker Edison Cavani to leave PSG, with Napoli a possible destination for the 31-year-old Uruguay international. That's been mentioned by Sport. But the reason I bring that in is because Chelsea are looking for a striker, and I think Cavani, I'm not a massive fan of Cavani, but as we've seen in the World Cup, he scores goals, and I think if you're looking for a number 9, then somebody like Chelsea might suit him. He's already played in Italy, hasn't he? I think he was formerly was he at Napoli before as well, before PSG? So very interesting with Chelsea as well that Antonio Conte's brother yesterday hinted that the Italian will remain at Chelsea for next season, which is very interesting in the context that it looks like Willian's going to leave Chelsea anyway, but he will certainly leave if Conte does. And I think there'll be a lot of Chelsea fans quite disappointed if Conte stays. Even though he won a Premier League in his first season, even though he won an FA Cup in his second season, I think that they wanted that change. They wanted that change of philosophy, and I think that worries them a little bit. Riyad Mahrez will be signing for Man City this week, apparently. I mean, that deal is going to happen at some point. It just seems to be taking all summer, much the same as Jorginho from Napoli to Man City. That's going to happen as well. And Torreira, Lucas Torreira, we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago that he will sign for Arsenal. Obviously, he was playing in the World Cup as recently as Friday in the quarter-final with France. So Lucas Torreira will be signing for Arsenal. Expected to be announced maybe even today. May even been announced by the time you're watching this video. So he can go on holiday and then come back for pre-season for Arsenal. Arsenal doing quite a lot of business as we've seen already. Leno, they bought, I think Socrates is signed now, hasn't he? The right back from Switzerland, I forget his name, and Torreira, who did quite well at Sampdoria. I'm not going to mention him in the World Cup because I think World Cup form is irrelevant when you're going to be talking about what they're going to do in the Premier League or in their domestic season. But at Sampdoria, makes a lot of interceptions. He's very, very busy. I think he'll adapt to the Premier League quite well. He could be a sort of Kante player, which, works very well in not just in the Premier League, everywhere. But as I've said before, I think if Arsenal can get in the top 4 this season, then Emery deserves Manager of the Year. I think they are so far away from the top 4 clubs, top 5 clubs. If Chelsea do some good business, that I think if Arsenal can finish 4th, it would be an amazing season for them. Talking of which, Mesut Ozil's father has urged him to retire from Germany after him being scapegoated, and that's in Bild. Daley Blind is meant to be going to Ajax. I'll believe that when it happens. And Everton and West Ham have joined the Gunners, Arsenal, in the race to sign Sevilla and French midfielder Steven Nzonzi, who's 29. He's part of the French squad. Le Ten Sport are reporting that. And again, another decent midfield option that I think he's a very different player to what he was at Stoke. He's been very good for Sevilla. Played against United in the Champions League, and I think he'd suit the Premier League really well. So see if they can get that. West Ham are trying to do some really good business at the moment. They're desperately trying to get Lukaku's brother, Jordan Lukaku, and Felipe Anderson from Lazio for about £70 million, which I think, because I watch a lot of Italian football, I think that £70 million sounds a lot, and there's probably West Ham fans out there and other fans thinking, well, that's a lot. But actually, I think £70 million for those 2 players is good. Jordan Lukaku, I think, will suit the Premier League really well. He's sort of like a left wing back. And Felipe Anderson was being touted for bigger clubs than that a couple of years ago. In fact, he was linked to United. I think he's a good player. Very good player. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Mark, would you swap Martial for Ronaldo if Real Madrid want Martial as package? I would, because I think Martial's going to leave. I think Martial will leave Manchester United. I'm still not hearing anything that makes me change from what his agent said. So all those people are confident he's going to stay. That's great, and I hope you're right. But at the moment, based on the facts, I still think he's going to leave until we hear something else. Archie says, spot on, Mark. Top 4 is the target for Arsenal. Arsenal having an LVG first summer. All these half-decent players being signed, says Player Social. Yep. Any truth on Dembele to Manchester United and a swap deal, Mark, says Mark Steves. I need to do a little bit of research on that. I heard it this morning, but I mean, to be honest with you, Dembele a year ago would have been a fantastic signing for Manchester United. Absolutely fantastic. And he plays off the right-hand side. So I would really like him. Look, if Martial's leaving Manchester United because he feels he can't play under Mourinho, then I think it's a good swap deal. Do I want Martial for Dembele to happen? No. But I think Martial and Mourinho have reached the end of the road. And if he's going to go, you want to get a good deal from it. I certainly don't know whether we've got any Chelsea fans on here, but I don't want Willian at Manchester United for Martial in any shape or form. So if Dembele could be done, I would like it. I mean, there are question marks over his attitude, but there was question marks around Martial's attitude. So Fionn Curtin says that Sandro will join Manchester United and love Martial, but he's starting to frustrate me, says Emile. If Juve want Ronaldo, goes to Juve, they definitely can't get Martial, says Aaron Stone. Yeah, I said that last week. I don't see how that happens. And Devil's Ace says, what's your thoughts on Dembele from Spurs? Moussa Dembele. He doesn't play week in, week out there. I wouldn't mind getting him in. I'm stunned that it's that he's not getting... that he's not playing for Belgium. I massively rate Moussa Dembele. I think he's probably going to go to Italy. But, I mean, just on that point, I mean... Get involved with That's Football, because if you like watching football, this is what this channel is all about. The live comments, the interaction. We're coming towards the end of the World Cup now, but the watch-alongs for every single game that we've done has been absolutely fantastic. We thought that we were going to be watching some games and talking about our favourite crisp flavours. We've not done it once. The chats we've been having and the tangents they've gone off and have been great. I just want to say, look, I'm going to be doing this Monday to Friday. Xander's going to be doing a transfer show from tonight, every night at 7:30 for half an hour. So loads and loads of discussion opportunities, Skype shows. But next season, when the season starts, we're going to be doing watch-alongs again. And I think, Moussa Dembele is probably going to go to Italy. Ronaldo's probably going to go to Italy. I'm going to do quite a few Serie A watch-alongs next season. So if you're interested in an up-and-coming league, which I think is going to really, really take off next season, they could have a Champions League winner if Ronaldo goes to Juventus. But we'll be doing Premier League games, La Liga, so loads and loads to get involved in, so make sure you do. I'll be back again tomorrow on this channel with the midday, and also tomorrow night I'll be doing the watch along for Belgium versus France. Can't wait for that. Then England, Croatia Wednesday night. But Xander's back at 7:30 tonight with more transfer news and chat with all you lot. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and drop us a like on the video. And I'm really enjoying this channel. It's going great places, so keep building the community. And thanks everyone who's got involved live, and if not, give us your thoughts below. Thanks for watching.